Greed. It is the number one thing that either makes you extremely rich in cryptocurrency or extremely poor, depending upon what side you play that. We're going to get into that, and we're going to also get into the story of how I lost $72,000 in cryptocurrency. But just before we do that, I do want to preface this video that we have definitely made more than we have lost in cryptocurrency, Marty and myself, us here at Crypto Cashflow. But what we're going to do in this video is digest that information and break that down and get into the mindset behind that loss, so that way you can better prepare yourself in this next bull run that's going to be coming. Because in essence, that's really what we want from you here at Crypto Cashflow. We want you to do better than we did. The information that we give you, the tools, the resources. We want you to go out there and do way better than we have done. Make more money, touch more people, reach more people, be able to do things for your family and your friends and create more flexibility and options for yourself, right? And we believe that cryptocurrency can do that for you. So if this is your first time here, welcome to Crypto Cashflow. Welcome to the family. Let's go ahead and jump into this story. Now, back in 2021, there was a coin called, cryptocurrency. We are in cryptocurrency. That's not what I'm talking about. So it was a coin called GMR. And I had invested into it about like $2,000 or so. I have screenshots. Maybe I'll put it into this video or edit it in if I can find it on my phone. But I invested $2,000 into it, right? I didn't really have a plan. Didn't really have any sort of preparation other than I wanted to make money from this thing, right? But I didn't have goals as to what I was going to be taking out of this position as the price was going up. So, price started to go up. Everybody's beating on their chest. You gotta pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You gotta pump it up. And yeah, I fell into that trap, right, of the FOMO and bag holding and hodling. And I watched my bag go all the way up to about $70-something thousand. I think it was 76,000, maybe 56,000. I have to look at the screenshot if I can find it. And I didn't take any of that money. Like, I took a little bit to the side. I believe I took my initial investment out, which was that $2,000. And then I was just watching the rest of it ride. Because I was hearing different stories around me, right? Like people having goals and making like hundreds of thousands and $500,000 and $1 million, and people actually sitting at $1 million portfolios. So I started to paint that big picture in my head, like this is what I wanted, right? I want $1 million, right? I want $1 million for this opportunity. So I'm going to sit into this thing and just see where it goes. And that was a big mistake because cryptocurrency follows the law of gravity. What goes up must come down, and that thing went crashing down on top of its head. Now, the cryptocurrency market itself wasn't going down, but in bull markets and bull runs, what you'll have is projects that pop up that are here today and gone tomorrow, right? They're not really utility based. They're kind of narrative based. They aren't really going to do anything that is evergreen. They don't solve really big problems like the XRPs, the XLM, HBARs, right? The Galas, the Vulcan Forges, sandboxes of the industry. So it went crashing down because of different things, tokenomics and whatnot. And I slowly watched this thing go all the way down and then come back up, which gave me a little bit more hope as to, I'm gonna make it. I can still make that $1 million or whatever I was trying to achieve at that time. So I ended up watching it go up and down. When I think it ended up at like $7,000 or $8,000 something dollars. I ended up calling it quits. I threw in the towel and I was just like, you know what, forget this. I'm just going to take it and move to another opportunity, right? And that is the problem right there, though. It's that little voice in the back of your head. Like we said at the beginning of this, greed. Greed. It's that little voice in the back of your head that just says that I can make more. I can, if this thing just keeps on going, I'm going to make more. There's going to be more. There's going to be more. There's going to be more. But what you need to be doing is you need to develop this mindset that if you see something on the screen that's life-changing for you, as in, I don't know what your situation is, right? I don't know if you're working. I don't know if you're freelance. I don't know if you have a business, whatever your circumstances are. But however many working days or however many hours that you have to put in to get that amount of money that you see on the screen, whether that be 50,000 or 100,000 or 200,000, that may sound like a lot of money, but this is actual amounts that you can make in cryptocurrency, right? It's not ridiculous. So however many working hours or days that you have to work in order to do that, you should take that into account. You should amount that into you should take that into consideration, the amount that you have made versus what you are making right now, and ask yourself, how many hours are you giving yourself by taking money to the side? How many days are you giving yourself by taking profits, right, from that money that you are making that you see on the screen? Because until you sell it, it's not real. It's just numbers on the screen, right? It's just fun. You're just watching this thing go up and down, but it's not real until you actually sell that thing. So what you should do is sell that and ask yourself this question: how can you better plan and prepare and take that money and invest it into different things that are going to actually be cash flowing for you, right? And cash flowing means you're taking that cash, making investments that are going to bring you more money that can pay for different things. That can pay for the investments that you just invested into. That can pay for other ventures or even more investments that are going to bring you more cash. But the key word here is flexibility, options. You have tools and resources now, whereas if you don't take money from your investments when this market is going up, then you don't have any options. Prime example, people that invested back in 2020, 2021, watched their money go up, right? Everybody was happy. Everybody was making money. It's kind of hard not to make money in a bull market. But we saw that the market has crashed, right? If you're watching this video, I don't know when you're watching this right now, but from 2022, 2023, the market has been absolutely devastating. An absolute Red Sea out here. Everybody just rowing their boat in the red. Everybody just rowing in the red, right? Waiting for that green. But the people that sold at the top of the market, and I'm not saying like the peak of the market, I'm just saying like his price was going up. People who were smart and started to dollar cost average out of the market and put liquidity to the side for these moments, so that way they can do what we just talked about. So that way they can do what we just talked about, take their money and put it into other investments that's going to be cash flowing for them. I can tell you right now that those people, just like us here at Crypto Cashflow, Marty and myself, what we're doing, just with everybody else who was smart money and took money to the side, are putting money back into the bottom of this market and waiting for the market to go back up so that way we can rinse and repeat the process. It's really that simple. There's so many ways that you can make money in cryptocurrency, but it's really that simple. Just taking your money, putting it into the market when it is at absolute lows, waiting for the market to go back up, and then dollar cost averaging out of the market, and then taking that money and putting it into different assets, whether that be crypto, whether that be different business ventures, whether that be stocks, Bitcoin ATMs, credit card processors. Sky's the limits, right? But the whole thing that we're talking about here right now is not being greedy when the market is going up, right? There's people that we have talked to that have seen like millions of dollars just sitting there on the screen. Absolute horror stories. Like they are so greedy that they want like $20-30 million. Now that's not unrealistic, right? But realistically, you need to set realistic expectations for yourself, right? So this is how you would play it, and this is just a quick strategy. We'll have another video for this, but what you do is you set targets, right? Maybe we'll edit this into the video also. Maybe we'll just have something different. But depending on the cryptocurrency that you invest into, there's going to be different all-time highs, right, that these cryptocurrencies have. Like right now, the market is absolutely down. Bitcoin is sitting at what, like $30,000, where it was sitting at what, like 60 to 70 something thousand dollars before. It is down dramatically right now, right? So that gives us sort of a blueprint or GPS as to where Bitcoin can go. So right now it's sitting at 30 something thousand dollars. We could dollar cost average something here. It's probably going to drop down a little bit more. And if it does, we can dollar cost average a little bit more there. So we're dollar cost average under there. And there's other cryptocurrencies. We don't just invest into Bitcoin. We mostly invest in alternative coins. So I'm just using Bitcoin as an example because obviously it's widely known. So you're investing in a Bitcoin like at 30,000 and below, right? We have data that shows us that Bitcoin has gone to 60,000 to 70 something thousand dollars. As price is going up, we can't always predict that price is going to go back to that all-time high. Now, Bitcoin is a special case because it's sort of looked at as a store of gold, digital gold, basically, a hedge for inflation because it's deflationary. There's only so many Bitcoins out there in the world, right? But going to an altcoin example, some of these altcoins don't always go back to the all-time highs. So looking at that data, where you invested into the market versus where it is right now, since we can't guarantee that it's going to go back to that all-time high, we need to be dollar cost averaging out of the market as price is going up. So let's say that price is at like 10 cents, right? And the all-time high was at a dollar. You can set expectation, you can set plans to take profits out of the marketplace at, let's say, 30 cents, right? You can set plans to take profits out of the market at 40 cents, 50 cents, and you're just averaging out of the market. You're not taking your whole position. You're taking maybe 10%, maybe 20%, maybe 30%. You're going to have to come up with that number for yourself, right? But you always want to leave some left over because of that potential for it to go to that all-time high and beyond. So that way you have that moon bag and you're going to be making way more than you're even taking out of the marketplace, right? So it's a win-win situation. So all in all, though, you have to determine what your goals are for this industry, right? Most of the time, when people get into cryptocurrency, they just want to make money. That's how you should be looking at it right now. You should be looking at cryptocurrency as a vehicle. It doesn't have to be the main thing for you, right? It's the main thing for us because we're passionate about this. We love teaching it. We love this industry, and we want to really make waves out here and teach people how to get into cryptocurrency, how to take advantage of blockchain technology. But if you're watching this video, most people just want to get in here so that way they can make money and then really do the thing that they want to do, right? I don't know what that is for you. So you're going to have to come up with your own goals, come up with your own dreams and strategy. And we're going to give you a bunch of different strategies and tools and resources in other videos. But look at cryptocurrency as a vehicle to get you to where you want to be. I mean, that's the essence of this whole thing, right? This whole world. We invest into businesses, we invest into stocks, we work different jobs, or we go freelance, or we build businesses so that way we can make money, so we can create more time, more resources, more options, more freedom for ourselves and for the people around us in the generations to come, depending on how big your goal is and how you're looking at life, right? So let's continue to have fun, y'all. I'm not going to keep on ranting and going on with this. That's basically how I lost $72,000, but I hope that you got a lesson out of that. If you got value out of that, make sure you comment down below what you thought about this, and if you aren't subscribed just yet, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, Crypto Cash Flow family, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.